We are in Taos, New Mexico. It's Tuesday, October 13th, 6:12 p.m. I think the last clip that we made was the day before we went into the waterfall for the bathing and all.
Wow. That seems like a long time ago, but it probably wasn't.
I can
Maybe
see
like 4 or 5 days.
I can probably, well, I can't see the exact date. It was the Lincoln National Forest. When would that have been? Was that still New Mexico? It was New Mexico.
Yeah. Very southern New Mexico.
So we stayed on that side, that pull-off. We're trying to get things sorted here before we catch you up with where we are. Because quite a day it's been. A little chippy. So...
Oh, I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I do remember that. That was a great time.
Yeah.
Camped in the desert. It was still really hot down there.
It was, yeah. It was like southern New Mexico or eastern,
just north
southeast.
of Texas.
Yeah.
Which was way too hot. It was insane.
Hot. Yeah, it was like, I think the high went only, it was like close to 100 degrees still.
Yeah.
But, nice. We went, I guess, from there to Santa Fe, right?
Yeah.
Probably. And we spent, was it just 2 nights in Santa Fe?
Yeah, I think so.
We found this place called Caja Rio, or Caja Rio.
Caja del Rio.
Caja del Rio.
Caja del Rio.
It was this cool little no man's land plateau, I guess on like, I don't know if it was Black Lives Matter land or National Forest or what it was, but you could just go there and you could just be there.
Yeah, and there's even like facilities, not water, but there were toilets in the pavilion.
Yeah.
So it's like you're not going to get kicked off because they want people out there.
Right.
I guess it was also a destination for like ATVs and dirt bikes, mountain biking. There were a couple hiking trails around. We did one. It was only like 2 miles.
Dead Dog Trail.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got there the first day that we got there. Geez, it's really hard to remember. We went to a Walmart. So we stayed there 3 nights then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had a night where we were in...
we were at a Walmart, but they kicked us out.
Yeah.
So we went to Sam's Club, which was equally as sketchy.
Yeah, it was not great, but it was fine enough for us. So we stayed in the Sam's Club parking lot, and then we went to Caja del Rio the next day, and did some biking into Santa Fe.
Yeah. The first day, that was nice. Don't remember what we did.
I think we just went to the plaza, and basically turned around.
Yeah. It was still like 30 miles, though. It was a solid ride.
Yeah, it was. I don't remember what happened throughout all the day for us to be... I think we just drove out to the plateau and then left Charlie there and then went into the plaza and then came back and probably ate macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
And then
that's our day.
The stars have been really cool recently.
Yeah.
All the parking places we've had for overnight parking, camping, have been pretty amazing star-wise. You can see the Milky Way, you can see the stars, you can see the moon, you can see the fading light behind the mountains and the cities thereof.
And honestly, all the campsites that we've had, at least being in New Mexico, have been really prime too.
Yeah.
Not just the stars, but like we're out in nature, usually not around too many people.
Yeah.
And if we are around people, we don't have to interact with them if we don't want to.
Not at all.
Because we are trying to find friends. That's something we've been talking about a lot. But all the people we've been camping around have been like really old and weird.
Yeah.
We don't want them as friends.
We're doing this out of order, this whole Vanlyfe thing.
Are we?
Yeah, because I think, like, unless you're a tech mogul who has, like, buku bucks to blow on bullshit, you don't typically have the kind of money that you need in order to sustain this lifestyle without needing to work.
So that's what you are?
Kind of.
A tech mogul with
Well,
good bucks?
I'm not really I'm someone who not cheated the system, but I did something where I got farther along than other people who spent the same amount of time doing what I was doing. By virtue of the fact that I'm frugal.
Yeah.
Or at least used to be. And
Enter me.
and horny.
Enter me.
Oh, enter me.
I
Yeah.
thought you appreciated it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I was going to say something.
Well, we spent some time in Santa Fe.
Yeah.
Couple days, and it's your favorite city, so I definitely wanted to give it a shot.
Yeah, but unfortunately, because of COVID, my two top things to do that I was going to take you to in Santa Fe were Meow Wolf and Tent Rocks, and they were both closed because of COVID.
Yeah.
Which was a pretty big bummer because I was like, well, don't really know anything else to do in the city besides good restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't like to eat out that much, so it doesn't work. We're kind of like not pleased with Santa Fe.
Yeah, every
It was
city.
just another city.
Yeah, every city has been a bit of a disappointment because of
I think
COVID.
it's because of COVID.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you just can't.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
Dining options.
It's more
nightlife.
stressful. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to wear a mask all the time, so you're constantly worried about that. And for me, having to wear a mask all the time means the threat of illness all the time,
Yeah.
which for someone
It's
who.
like a psychological thing.
It's definitely a psychological thing.
Yeah.
There's going to be a whole generation of world people who are traumatized by this experience.
You included?
For sure, just because, I mean, I'm typically one who is sensitive to illness and things like that, and again, the fact that the whole world is thinking about the same thing, which is death through terrible illness, it doesn't help me, because typically, if I'm worried about stuff, I can be like, well, I mean, is this really something I need to worry? I can rationalize myself out of the fear, but with the whole world constantly being afraid of getting sick, then it's like it's very difficult to get out of that feeling of being triggered and like adrenalinically, like just on fire a little bit, just constantly thinking like, do I have a sore throat? Do I have shortness of breath? I think am I having a heart attack?
Alongside you with that.
That's the disappointment part, because not everyone is a hypochondriac, and so if everyone starts displaying hypochondriac type habits, tendencies in specific, then it's like, well, I can't escape the fact that I'm being irrational, because obviously I'm not being irrational, because everyone is doing the same kind of thing that I am because of fear.
Yeah.
No one wants to get sick, no one wants to die. But usually you can avoid having to think about those things all the time.
Yeah.
Unless you're a hypochondriac, and then you have to rationalize yourself out of that place from time to time.
Yeah, man. So cities are the worst place.
Cities are the worst place, yeah. I mean, we're in Taos now, which is about an hour and a half north of Santa Fe. And it's better here, for sure. There's less people, without a doubt. Do you need a...
No.
There's one right there, though. And so we biked to the plaza area twice over 2 days, going to bike shops, going to REI, going to earring shops.
All of which were failures.
Everything was a failure, yeah. The only thing that wasn't a failure was the food that we got at Tomastillo's. That was really, really good. We had sort of...
Yeah, man, I swear, the fucking Southwest, New Mexico in specific, best food in America. I came here with my mom like 2 years ago.
Oh.
Shout out to Mom.
Shout out to Mom.
Yeah, and we just like found random ass restaurants, and every single one we went to was amazing, and
so
trend
far
has continued.
Yeah,
It's
Tomastillo's.
It is traditional Mexican food, but with New Mexican
flair.
and green chili, which is different.
This is the chili capital of the world, bitch.
Yeah, they have it on their fucking license plates.
Yeah.
They're very proud of their chilies, and they should be.
And so last night, we came into Taos, and went to another Mexican restaurant that was great. Had probably one of the best burritos I've ever had.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was called, but it doesn't matter, because every place here is great.
Yeah, that's the thing. Every single restaurant. It's just consistent.
The most memorable thing about that was for me getting when we had that food yesterday. When I couldn't pick up my plate, and you're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I can't fucking pick up this plate."
You got so mad at me.
I wasn't
You did
mad
get
at
mad
you.
at me.
That wasn't mad at you. That was mad at the fact that you were acknowledging something that I was already struggling with. I wouldn't worry about that noise too much. Probably just Charlie being dumb. Is the bedroom door closed?
Oh, he's just drinking. Yeah, it is.
Okay. But we came into Taos and had a meal, and then went back out and tried to find this campsite that was really, really cool.
On BLM land.
Yeah.
But it was like right on the edge. There were so many private property signs everywhere else. And I think the road going out was technically like not part of the BLM land. Not that it matters because there was only one other person out there.
Yeah.
And we were on the edge of the Rio Grande
Gorge. Yeah, it's crazy.
Like right on the edge.
Yeah.
And it's not a huge gorge, but it's still like...
It's pretty big.
It's impressive. It's deep. It's pretty. You can see the layers of rock.
Yeah. It's fucked. And so we had an awesome campsite. You went for a walk, and I organized the van because I had a vision. I was inspired. Drank a couple beers, listened to Harmontown. How did that get in
I
there?
have no idea. I think it was like stuck on the bottom or something.
Stuck on the bottom of what?
The hammock.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had a great campsite.
Yeah.
When you got back from your walk in my organization, I took Charlie for a walk, and
so we could all have some alone time.
yeah, trying to just give each other space since we
Yeah.
live in a small coffin with wheels, coffin on wheels. But yeah, great campsite. We watched Jurassic World last night, which was fun.
Yeah.
And prior to that, we had watched in 2 different parts Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is a pretty fucking crazy movie. Hunter S. Thompson, directed by Terry Gilliam. It's a crazy drug movie that is just absolutely insane. And visually, I mean, I don't know how well it captures the psychedelic experience, but it makes it look like...
Terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying, for sure.
And insane.
Yeah, definitely insane.
But they were also insane, the people themselves, so...
Poor bastard. I knew that this moment was going to be one where he went into a deep introspective hell. But yeah, I recommend that movie.
Though.
Yeah,
that was definitely better than Jurassic World.
You think so?
Yeah, it was like more thought-provoking.
It was
Jurassic
crazy.
World was like a kid's movie.
It was pretty predictable.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
that's the point, though. But
yeah.
The graphics are cool.
Yeah.
The dinosaurs are cool.
Yeah.
Predictable action is always satisfying.
It is, that's true. Yeah. It's just basic. But all people are basic. Everyone is basic. So it tingles your basic spine. And so this morning we woke up pretty early. It was fucking cold.
Yeah, it was like 38 degrees, 39.
I woke up at 6, which was sunrise. Just, I don't know why. Excuse me. And I looked at the thermometer that we have on our clock, and it said 39. And I think prior to that, before the sun even started to come up, it had to have been probably like 37 in the van.
Yeah.
We were both... well, all 3 of us. Charlie was in the bed.
As dirty as he was.
Oh my god. As he is, for sure. We'll get to that. But we were all in the bed. I was in my sleeping bag liner, which really gave me a boost of sleeping confidence.
I wore my sweatshirt.
Yeah, I wore a long sleeve shirt myself.
It was cold.
It was cold. But it was
Charlie.
nice. He's probably eating turds. But yeah, woke up around 8-ish. You pooped in the gorge.
Yeah, man. Gotta do it.
Yeah.
I'm on a very strict schedule that cannot be interrupted.
Yeah. And we came...
I can't try.
You can't try.
No.
We came to the Airbnb where we're at now.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, like, if we went to a meetup for Vanlyfe people, and we told them that we were, like, at a Airbnb, and they're like, why didn't you stay at a hotel? It would have been cheaper. You could do everything else that you wanted to do. And I was like, well, I guess that's because, like, I'm with a millennial. It's like, your generation, you wouldn't think about staying at hotels. I think you would more so... Airbnb is, like, more accessible.
Well, think about, like, all of the additional stuff. Like,
right, but I'm not saying this as an insult.
That was the whole point. This was, like, a chore thing.
But I feel like most...
I need to defend myself right now. This was, like, for chores, and yeah, a hotel would have been fine. And it's not something that we crossed off the list, obviously, because we did it, like, less than a week ago.
That's still a long time.
Yeah. But we needed to do laundry. I wanted to wash some dishes and, like, clean the van, the floor, the sheets. And we have, like, a couple loads of laundry, which would have been at least, like, $10 at a hotel.
Mm-hmm.
All in coins, public laundry, gross. But here you have a kitchen, like, it's your own fucking house. We pulled the van into the backyard and you washed it and filled
I'm going to get to that, yeah.
Yeah, all of your special chores that you feel very proud about.
I'm very proud. I am currently making both grandpas very proud. Because I think I did things that both grandpas do, but neither did both, if that makes sense. I did one thing that some hold on. I did one thing...
Charlie! Charlie!
Charlie! This dog is not sleeping in our room.
Dirt.
He's eating shit, I'm sure. There's a cat. Allie's gonna go wrangle him.
So mad. He's been terrible today.
He has. We'll get to that as well.
So much.
But what I'm trying to say is that I've made both my grandpas proud today with the things that I've done. Allie's beating Charlie with a stick. Spare the rod, spoil the child. What is that under there?
I don't know. It looks like this.
Oh, that's probably mine. So Allie's burying whatever Charlie was trying to eat.
Go away.
We got to the Airbnb this morning pretty early because the check-in time was like anywhere between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. And so we came here pretty much first thing. And when we got here, it was pretty obvious that the Airbnb hadn't been cleaned yet or like prepared for us. There was like fecal matter in the toilet bowl, and the bed had not been made. And then I saw that I had gotten a message from the host, the Airbnb host, who said that the cleaning lady wasn't going to be able to get here until the afternoon. And so we were like, that's fine. We'll try to occupy ourselves until the afternoon. And so from like 10 till like noon or so, we did a bunch of things. We went to a grocery store. And what a fucking idiot. Charlie, you don't even like sticks. That's a rarity. You should take a picture of that. Where's your phone?
Inside.
Oh, well, that's not worth it. Dumbass Charlie. No, you cannot take that inside. No. All right.
He runs so
Hey,
fast.
you can't have that in here. No. Charlie, no sticks. No.
He loves this
Go outside. No. No. You gotta go outside.
Go outside.
If you're gonna have a stick, you gotta go outside. I'm gonna get another beer. This is ridiculous. I need a relief. A lager, please. Something a bit lighter than the IPAs I've been drinking. Gotta blow off the top so you don't get sick. Alright. Charlie is so terrible.
He really is.
So, we did a couple things this morning. We went to a grocery store to resupply for food I guess we're not going to eat.
We didn't even get anything that is, like, useful.
Yeah.
But it was necessary.
We did get a few things that were on the
Snacks.
list. Like wipes.
Stuff for the van.
Yeah. And then we went and got the oil changed because we were about 100 miles over the oil change recommendation from the Midas that we went to in Pennsylvania.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lager. All right. But that was interesting because our coolant was completely empty, they said, which made me wonder if... I mean, Allie is always saying that the gauges don't work on the,
I swear
on the
they
car.
don't.
But the coolant and the battery and the oil pressure gauge, they all go up and change as you drive. God, what an idiot. But so we changed the oil. They topped off the fluids. They lubricated 12 pivot points, but also the oil spout where you pour oil into after you change your oil apparently the tube that goes to the engine had somehow become disconnected from the engine, and man, what a dumb dog. And so while we were there, they tried to put it back into the hole where it fits, but they couldn't do it. And so they told me what I would need to do in order to do it. And I was like, I'm definitely doing that immediately when we get to the Airbnb after we've done all of our stuff. And so with a new thing on my list, we went to a restaurant called Coco Cafe.
Yeah.
Got some foods. They were really good. It was the first coffee I had all day, and I kind of felt it.
Yeah, the first fucking food we had all day.
Yeah, it was late,
like
too. It was like 11.
PM.
It was not 1 p.m., but it was like 11.
Didn't even eat breakfast.
I have to say, too,
I was not in a good mood.
Yeah, you were definitely... It was a trying day for you. And I feel like I feel better without coffee. Even after I eat, which is typically a safer time to have coffee, I was like kind of freaking out all day. I was like, am I having a heart attack? But the good part of that was that I was very, very motivated to do a bunch of things as soon as we got to the Airbnb again. And so we got here, and the first thing I did was to remove the quote-unquote doghouse from the inner, like the cabin dashboard kind of thing in the van, so that I could push the oil pipe back into the engine. And that was pretty easy. It was kind of interesting because I had to do a bunch of shit. And I kept having to take my toolbox out. I think I took my toolbox out like 6 times today. And I had this huge list of stuff I wanted to do. And so I started with the oil pipe, and then I kind of reorganized the van. Then I think I came in here and I washed off the bikes. And then after I was done with that, I realized that some of the wires for the dynamo lighting for both of our bikes have been kind of corroded because of the bike rack that we have, and the fact that the bike rack that actually holds the bikes doesn't, there's no like material there to soften the plastic rub against the frames of our bikes and the wires and everything. And so my wire on my dynamo was pretty eaten up and chewed, and so Allie's was as well. And I noticed that after cleaning them, and then I was like, I got to get some shrink tubing for the wires so that I can like kind of cut off it was kind of like surgery today, which goes to my first grandfather, my dad's dad, because he was a OBGYN, and so he did surgery and stuff like that. And so I had to do some electrical work where I cut out the quote-unquote tumor of the bad part of the wiring where it had been frayed and eaten through the housing and everything. And I also washed the van. I filled up the water tank. I cut my hair. I went to Ace Hardware and got the shrink wrap. Ace Hardware. And then I... for both of our wirings for our dynamos, I cut them up and re-spliced them, used electrical tape and the shrink wrap tubing. I also fixed the charger for my computer that Lo very carelessly took to shit. I feel like I did a ton of shit today. I feel like I was like in the middle of a manic binge. Like I was just like thing after thing after thing after thing.
I love that shit.
I do love that shit. That's like the best way for me to relax, because I'm just like going from thing to thing, finishing it, doing it as well as I can, doing my grandpa's proud, and like I can't even remember all the things I did today because I did so many. Oh, I outfitted the rack. I sacrificed a pair of socks so that I could use them as cushioning on the rack so that it would stop rubbing against our frames and everything so much. I looked over both of our frames for new rust, and I put fingernail polish on it, clear fingernail polish, to protect it from oxidation. Fuck. We both did a lot of shit today. And I think for you, something that you needed to do was to relax and take some time just to take a breath.
Yeah.
Whereas I was like, I have no emotions except for the fear of death. And so all I needed to do was to distract myself from that constant pinging of me remembering that I'm going to die from something at some point, and probably right now.
Damn, is that what goes through your mind all the time?
All the time.
That's insane.
Mm-hmm.
How are you supposed to enjoy things?
I can only distract myself from the imminence of death. I don't really enjoy things.
What about through hiking?
I loved it. Because it was like, well, if I'm going to die, it's because I'm working really hard.
Mm. I read my book, smoked some weed, had a snack. I actually got a lot of stuff done, too.
You washed Charlie?
Yeah, oh my god. I gave Charlie a bath, like, the first thing when we got here.
Very
And
unfortunate.
It was fine. He was nice and clean. I used some soap. He was all shiny. I was sitting with him in the sun to dry off. And then as soon as I walked away, he dug a little hole in the dust and rubbed in it and got equally, if not more dirty than before.
Yeah.
So that pissed me off. And he was just being really bad today and really annoying.
He was. Yeah.
So he's not on the nice list right now.
I'm on the nice list.
Yeah, so I just...
You did a
cleaned the
bunch of stuff
van.
as well.
Yeah. Washed all the water bottles, filled up the gallons.
You washed all your water bottles.
You only have one. And you usually
And it was
keep
not
clean.
washed.
Well, I can wash it if you want me to.
No, I'm just joking.
I thought you would probably want to anyways.
I mean, probably. It'll be another thing on my list. But
Yeah, I cleaned the van and it smells nice and fresh.
it does. And I washed the outside and took a cloth and some spray to some of the more offensive areas. I just wanted to go through it and be like, anything that's obvious I need to clean off.
Yeah.
But
So it's in great shape right now.
it is, yeah. Reorganized, cleaned. The
Which
fucking...
will all be destroyed this minute we leave and
Yeah.
go back into the dusty-ass desert with this dusty-ass dog. He's so bad.
He's so
like,
bad.
I can't, like, it's...
If anyone wants this
terrible.
dog, please,
Yeah,
please
please.
message us.
He needs a good home and a good family, so we're not just dumping him on the street, but sometimes we wish we could.
Yeah,
He's
absolutely.
so terrible.
Charlie.
But we love him so much, and he's hilarious and stupid.
Yeah.
But he's also 9 years old, and like...
When is he gonna
when
die?
is he gonna slow down a little bit?
Charlie.
He's insane.
He's totally insane.
He rules our lives and our band.
His farts are legendary.
But, like, not metaphorically, literally. Like, every space in the van
Yeah,
he's
it's
touched
his.
or licked
Yeah.
or done something bad to.
Yeah.
Every part of our lives, it's like, well, will he be okay in the car? Is he too hot? Do we need to drive, like, 12 hours north to get him out of the heat?
You can't kill this dog, unfortunately.
But we're not trying to. We're just trying to, like, do our thing, and he's just
Well,
constant, always there, so needy.
even
He's
right
so
now.
terrible.
Yeah, he's the worst dog ever. And that's why it's no surprise that when I came back from the Appalachian Trail, Erica was like very specific about the fact that she did not want either dog. And I was like, well, when I was on the trail and I knew we were going to break up,
Is he digging the hole?
probably, I was like,
He can't get out.
I hope not. One of the things I wanted was to have both
Charlie.
dogs. And so I got them, and that was a fuck. Charlie.
And it still is to
Yeah.
this day.
Yeah, even though we
As
got
he's
rid of
ruining
Egg.
our lives.
Yeah. But that's a foregone conclusion.
He's so stressful.
Charlie.
And he's always stressed.
Yeah, he's going to die of a heart attack, too. But, yeah, it was a crazy whirlwind day, and it's crazy that we're here right now. But this is a great Airbnb.
Yeah, and we have it for the whole day tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And I think checkout is like 2 the next day. So this is like a little mini...
It's a vacation.
Vacation.
A vacation
from
within
our
a vacation.
Life of vacation.
Yeah.
Which is weird.
Yeah.
And unsatisfying at this point. But that's a whole other topic.
Well, today was a good day.
Yeah, for you. I was stressed. But it's fine. I feel better about it now. At some point, I do have to say, at some point during every single day, I'm like, wow, this is really crazy that we're here. And I'm really glad that we're living this lifestyle because I don't think anyone else would have this opportunity or privilege to be here. So I really like it. And that happens at least once a day. So
Wow.
this is not
You're not complaining.
altogether terrible.
Yeah.
But it has been weird. And
Yeah.
we'd need some friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And also maybe something to do.
Yeah. But tomorrow will be a good day too. I'm gonna hike. The bikes are good to go. Charlie has this whole space, so we don't have to worry about him.
We can just leave him here and lock the door and know that he'll be fine.
I think we should leave him outside.
So great. Yeah, or outside.
Yeah.
He'll just roll in the dirt and piss dirt all day.
Yeah. He loves that shit. Charlie! He's
so
getting
many
something
foods
right
in
now.
this
Charlie!
summer. Oh, he also has been eating a lot of weird plants that are
Mhm.
growing in the yard, and I hope they're not toxic.
I hope they are.
No.
He needs a humbling experience.
What, a $4,000 ER trip?
I'm not taking him to the vet. We're gonna give him Benadryl and just be like,
no,
get
that's
better.
for allergies. That's not for poisoning.
Charlie! What are you doing?
He's joining the table, the conversation. What do you have to say, Chuck?
Chuck, what do you have to say? What do you have to say?
Oh my god.
What do you have to say for yourself? What the fuck? What the fuck? Charlie, what do you have to say for yourself? Charlie.
He's not gonna do anything.
Charlie, do something. Do something.
Come on, you bark all
Say
day.
something. Do it. Say something. You have to understand me. I think you're a reincarnated fucker who used to be a human, but you weren't that bad, but you were bad enough to be reincarnated into a dog. And I think
Devil dog.
I think you understand
He's very
me.
intelligent.
I think he's a
I know
human.
he
I think
is.
he's one, like, if reincarnation is real, I think he went from human to dog because he did something shitty. And I think I think one of his curses is that he understands what people are saying. But he's not allowed to, or he can't respond.
Yeah. Look at those eyes.
You
He
know,
knows so
you
much.
know. Is that right? Did you used to be a man? Or a woman? Did you do something bad? Did you do something bad? I think you did. And I think you got
That's
fucked
kind
for
of
it.
fucking creepy.
Yeah, good.
No, he's our dog. He's just dumb.
I think you were reincarnated into a dog because you did something bad, but you were given human intelligence because this is a bad way to have human intelligence but be a dog because you can't say anything.
I just think he's like on another level, like on
Yeah,
another
a
plane.
stupid level.
Well, he's on like cool dog level, and we're on like intelligent person level, so he can't keep up, but he can't catch up to where we are intelligence wise. But he's like fairly intelligent for a dog. I swear he has like moods and characteristics, obviously traits,
He's
behavior,
pissed and he
that are
left.
more than just like normal ass dog. I've met so many like basic ass dogs.
He's not
It's just
basic.
like, oh, it's so cute. Roll over, scratch your stomach. You're a good dog.
He's
You don't do
one
anything.
removed from being a human.
He's like fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He knows. He can
Yeah.
read our moods. He knows our smells.
Yeah,
He just.
he knows what we're doing.
He's
He's a human.
He's a little parasite.
He is a parasite. He's a
and
person.
he never quits.
He's a person who used to be a person, and then they got, once they died, for whatever reason, they were put into a dog body as part of a punishment. Because, I mean,
I just think he's the peak of his species.
well, that might be
He's as
true.
intelligent as they get, and
That-
he succeeded, and now he's just being a bitch about it, living it out.
Yeah, I think that's true, but I think that's because he was previously a person.
Okay, I get it.
All right.
He's talking to another dog right now.
He's trying to. He's trying to speak human words to the dog. He's like,
talking. That's kind of cute.
the dog's like, I don't like being here. And Charlie's like, I don't like it either. And the dog's like, I've been here for like 10 years. And Charlie's like, I've been here for like 8. And he's like, yeah, well, how are we going to get out of here? And Charlie's like, I don't know. Every time I run away, they catch me. And the dog's like, yeah, me too.
But I don't really try that hard because I do like the treats.
The snacks are great. Yeah. Are you done?
Did you give
Are you
up?
done talking to him? You don't want to get a little bit more information? Charlie, did you used to be a human? Is part of your punishment for life and as a dog form that you can't acknowledge the fact that I'm asking you if you used to be a human? If you do that, you get to go into a worse form, like a bug, and then get smashed on our windshield? Yeah, I thought so.
Stop. Are you hungry?
Hungry enough.
Not you.
He knows words.
Yeah, 'cause
Are you
he's
hungry?
smart.
You hungry? You want something?
He already ate his dinner.
You already ate your dinner. You already had a treat. All right. Well, we have food to eat, and this is a long clip, so did a bunch of shit today. I feel like I made my passed away grandfathers happy.
Another successful day of Vanlyfe.
Bye.
Bye. Stop.